Good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's series of career planning. The last time I told you that the reasons why we are struggling today is lack of proper preparation. Career planning is all about preparation. If you prepare yourself well, you'll be successful in today's job market. Today I will be talking about something quite differently. I was talking with a friend. Both of us live in Malaysia. And he said, Peter, if there is help, then we Africans have already seen help. In other words, if God will send everybody to hell, He should spare us Africans, because we are already in hell. We are already in hell. Because everything about Africa is like we are in a hell. It is only in Africa that a worker, a government worker, will be thinking about how he can afford to buy a car. Because elsewhere, even the car producers are begging workers, just come. All you need is your payslip. Just come and give your information. Take the car you want. Every month they will deduct you for at least 20 years. So anybody can afford a car. But in Africa, car is it's designed for some class of people. And if you are not in that category of people, you cannot afford a car. But elsewhere, even children can afford, because once you are working, you can just go there with your pay slip. Then you walk away with your car. Then you'll be paying on installment for about 20 years. That's why everybody owns a car. The same thing, building or house. You don't need to pay for a house. You don't need to buy to count money in bulk to build a house or pay for a house. All you need is to go there with your pay slip. Then you said, you point out the building you want. They will give you to the estate agency, will give to you, and the bank will be paying. Even the bank are even helping people to acquire houses. So nobody spend money to say, I want to build a house. You see, so life is easier for them. Okay? Because of that, people don't have to struggle or be thinking and be having this kind of high blood pressure. Things are easy for them, so they can afford. We have to think and figure out how we are going to build our houses. So you see competition, even how to acquire a land. You have to bring in land gas. That thing doesn't exist outside Africa. Land gas. Who? Because estate agencies are in charge of the lands, so they will do everything, develop, and you only go and pay, and then you get your house. Okay? So you see, another friend told me this, Peter, don't you think Africa must be recolonized? I tried to agree with him. You see, we said we want independence. We were given independence. What have we done with that independence? And our people have to still go to the countries of those people we chase away to look for jobs. So if that is the case, why don't we allow them to recolonize us, so that at least you can have free access to their countries and go and work? You see, now many African youth are frustrated because of this unemployment problem. As I always say, African leaders only know how to give good speeches. They go to UN General Assembly and they'll give what you call the best speech in the world. And we are also good at giving proverbs. So that is what we are good at. But how to develop the country, turn those speeches into development? No. Let's see. One family ruled Togo for 56 years. Nyasingbe Yadima. He ruled Togo for 39 years. When he died, his son, Nyasingbe, took over. He has ruled for 17 years now. But Togo is still not developing. Some people will say, oh no, the reason why we are not developing is that 8 years is too short for us. Meanwhile, a single family ruled Togo for 56 years, yet Togo is not developed. Mugabe ruled Zimbabwe for 45 years or 49 years. 45 years or 49 years. Mugabe died in Singapore. There's no proper hospital in Zimbabwe that could take care of Mugabe when he fell sick. He died in Singapore. So what is African leaders doing? What are they doing at all? What are African leaders doing? What are African leaders doing? You see, so this is telling you clearly that the problem we are facing today is our leadership. Our leadership are not ready. They are only good at giving speeches and giving proverbs. Mugabe will go to General Assembly and be asking why Africa is not represented at the Security Council. What do you know about security when you cannot even provide job security for your people? You see, Zimbabwe is one of the poorest countries in the world. And you'll be talking about we are so power conscious. We are power conscious. You see, we want power, but we don't know what to use that power for. You understand? So these are the reasons. You understand? So, bearing this in mind, you now know that our leaders cannot create jobs for us. They cannot create opportunity for us. What do? You have to take your own initiative. You have to plan your own life. I've been saying this. Don't be deceived that you can rely on the promises of politicians, especially African politicians. African politicians only give assurances. They don't give jobs. Oh, vote for me. If my government come to power, then over the year their government have come to power, come and go. It's still the same. You see, they give assurances. They only give you hope. They don't give jobs. As I said the last time, somebody has been in government for 20 years. He or she doesn't even own a restaurant in his community or even village. So how does that person give you jobs? So he'll be giving you false promises. When he or she is voted into power, that ends it until 4 years. So if you want to plan your life, plan it and don't bank your hopes on politicians. African politicians are not reliable. They only give promises. They give assurances. They don't provide jobs. You see, before Donald Trump became U.S. president, he was a big business person. He knows how to create jobs. So when he came, he had to introduce what we call protectionism to protect U.S. businesses. How many African governments own their own enterprises, have their own businesses? Let's go to Nigeria. Which Nigerian president or even governor own a business? You see, they prefer to invest their money outside their country, so that when they leave power, they will go and enjoy with their children. Ghana, the same thing. How many government officials or even our top leaders own businesses? Nothing. So how will those people be able to create jobs? Somebody that has been in government for 20 years, he doesn't even know how to own a restaurant, tells you that when I come to government, I will give you a job. Now, at most, what they can do is to open radio stations so that they will be talking about them, then discussing, politicking. We Africans, we are good at politicking. And we develop our continent at the radio stations. Oh, we are plans are far advanced. And those plans are not being materialized. So you see, if you want to plan your life, take your destiny into your own hands, plan your life properly, take decisions that make long-term sense, okay? Don't just look about today. You know, as I always tell you, impatience is the reason why some of us are still struggling today. Some of the decisions we took earlier, if we know that they will not help us, or if we knew that they will not help us, we wouldn't take those decisions. So impatience, we just want to do things that people will see that we are also doing something. Don't live to impress anybody. Have a goal. Work towards achieving that goal. Okay? People will tell you, you are a failure. You see, that I've come to realize that if someone is doing something and it has not yet materialized, those who do not understand his or her vision will say he doesn't know what he's doing. Okay? But wait, when that thing you are doing materialize, you'll see that your life will change for better. Thank you and have a good night. Please go to my YouTube channel and subscribe, share the videos. On my Facebook page, NALAW YATIMUE PNY. Follow, share the videos, and like the page, and like all the videos. Thank you and have a good night.